Greetings, my name is Adam Feldman, librarian at the Community College of Philadelphia, and I'd like to take you on a brief tour of the Library at Your Fingertips, a workshop and collaborative forum offered during Professional Development Week 2011 in January. And this was the pitch that participants saw in the catalog of events, but the essential message we wanted to communicate is traditionally, the heart of any academic community has been the library. In this diagram here, you can see sort of a breakdown of the Dewey Decimal System by discourse. This is one of the monumental achievements of human intellect, the ability to organize and co-locate discourse-specific information across the total spectrum of human achievement and knowledge. Librarians, however, are kind of trained to facilitate the interlinking of these discourses, not only across the disciplines, but also among the various constituents that use the library. However, now I'd like to take you on a tour of some of the projects that fulfill that mission. So one of our core functions at CCP is to teach information literacy. And there are sort of two structures through which we do this kind of instruction. First, I'd like to say that information literacy is the act of helping students understand the breadth and source of human knowledge. We do that in a very traditional way by being asked by faculty members to come to classes and teach students where the information is that is necessary for them to complete their projects. However, a secondary role, a complementary educational role we perform is at the reference desk or at the floor of the library, where instead of being in this presentation mode, this traditional teacher-student relationship, we do act as guides and facilitators, reinforcing what students are learning in the classrooms, but working with them on a more individual one-on-one basis to make these discoveries. When it comes to scheduling a class, faculty members can come to the library's homepage. They'll find a request for information literacy instruction as a link on our homepage, and they'll come to the Google Calendar, which shows which sessions are currently scheduled and includes a form that makes it possible to schedule one's own. Also on the library's homepage, faculty members will find the tutorial for information power, or the TIP tutorial. This is an online module that faculty can integrate into their syllabuses or give out as an assignment to students to improve the quality of research and the integration of research that students are doing into the papers that they are writing or the assignments that they have. Another area traditionally within our domain is the organization of information. I kind of briefly mentioned this with the Dewey Decimal System at the beginning, but it is clear that the library as a model has exploded thanks to the internet. Not only do we have the achievement of what happens within the walls, but we also have this robotic tool that lets us to extend human knowledge beyond the library's walls. Library Guides is a new product that the librarians are using to build discipline-specific websites that not only directly link students to the resources within the library walls, but help them identify the best electronic resources outside of the library that will support information needs within a particular discipline. We also, in that vein, are doing more and more digital outreach, something I might call reference futurism. We know and have known for a while that communication is becoming more and more electronic. Even though we have one of the busiest reference desks in the city, we've built a tool called Meebo within our library's homepage and within several of our digital projects, including the library guides, that allows instantaneous communication with a reference librarian. And knowing that students are already living on Facebook, living part of their lives on Facebook, we've also created a couple Facebook identities for the library. Students who are friends with CCP librarians, for example, can chat with us using Facebook's regular chat feature. It's just on our end integrated within Meebo. And backwards integration is going on through a library blog that we've created. The library blog will automatically update to Facebook, so anyone who's friends with us will, be able to find new happenings, new purchases, new policies that we write about. Meebo is integrated within that blog, so if there are any questions about what we were writing about, we can pretty instantly be communicated with. And anyone who's more traditionally interested in blogging is welcome to comment, subscribe, read to our library blog, and see new purchases within certain disciplines, find out about any kind of news about what's going on in the library. We also are managing resources like this through kind of a very traditional structure we've done for years. Every department at CCP has a library liaison. As liaisons, we stay up to date on developments within the discourse within that particular discipline. We identify the quality materials, whether they are new databases, journals, or new books and monographs that are coming out, and we make those purchases for the library. You can find out who your liaison is if you have any specific agendas that you would like to see happen at the following link. It is also available on the library's homepage under the About section. Along this line, we do want to mention that reserves are a very important feature to our students. As important as you may find marginalia are to learning or to owning textbooks for students, there will always be students who cannot afford every textbook. It is crucial that you fill out a reserve form to get your materials, our materials, or departmental materials on reserve so students in your classes can access them. And finally, an well-utilized but perhaps not well understood function of the library that I really find professionally important to get out there is the high level of cooperation among the library consortia. There is so much resource sharing out there, and it is very important that you and your students maximize the use of this because it is a precious thing in our world. Traditionally, you may be used to interlibrary loan functions. You would come to the reference desk with a citation, fill out a form, and within a week or two, we would have your book, your article, your theses, or your conference paper delivered to the library for you to pick up. We've now brought this online. You'll find a link on the library's homepage to Interlibrary Loan Services. ILLIAD is a new online product that allows us to manage interlibrary loan requests. You create a username and a password, and then you can electronically submit your requests for interlibrary loan materials. And sort of so you know what happens on our end, the first place we turn to try and get these materials is from our local consortium, the Tri-State College Library Consortium. If none of these libraries from Dover, Delaware to Doylestown, Pennsylvania have the material you need, we expand our search into larger and larger groups of libraries until eventually we identify an institution that is willing and able to lend the material to us. The other thing you should know about TCLC is all of these member libraries grant shared access to the collection. So if you come to the reference desk and ask for a letter of introduction, or if one of your students does, we can fill out a form. You can take it to one of these TCLC libraries and have full borrowing privileges. We do this all the time for students who need a quick turnaround on a material. They can't wait for interlibrary loan, so they make the visit themselves to a TCLC library to borrow the book that is available. Thank you for watching this screencast. I want you to know that Jessica Rossi, Adam Feldman, and Ava Agbada put this together in January of 2011 for Professional Development Week, and we hope to extend and expand on it in the future. I hope you have a wonderful semester, and thanks for watching.